All right. Okay, we're going to get started. So welcome to the Oregon Board of Pharmacy rulemaking hearing. I'm Rachel Melvin, Operations Policy Analyst and the Hearings Officer. Today is Wednesday, September 27th, and it is 9:32 a.m. The rulemaking hearing is now in session and being recorded and retained for record-keeping purposes. Participants, please mute your microphone and silence all devices. When it's your turn to provide testimony, we will call your name and you will have 4 minutes to provide your comments. Copies of the proposed rules are located on our website at oregon.gov/pharmacy on the rulemaking information page. Per the August 17th, 2023 notice of proposed rulemaking, this hearing meeting is being held virtually via Teams. Individuals who wish to present oral testimony during the hearing had the option of signing up using the form on our website, or the option to email their contact information to pharmacy.rulemaking@bop.oregon.gov. Alternatively, people have the option of joining the call to simply listen to the hearing. All written comments must be received by 4:30 p.m. today. Please submit written comments to pharmacy.rulemaking@bop.oregon.gov. The purpose of this hearing is to provide an opportunity for public comment on proposed rules. The board will not deliberate or engage in discussion on the proposed rules. At the end of the public comment period, a rulemaking hearing report will be provided to the board for their consideration at the October 11th through 13th, 2023 board meeting. I will now take roll call. So for the record, when I call your name, please verbally acknowledge here. Board member Shannon Beeman. Shannon?
Here.
Oh, thank you. Board member Cindy Vipperman.
Here.
Thank you. Staff member Jennifer Davis.
Here.
And I'm staff member Rachel Melvin. Let's see. We will begin with proposed rules related to compliance with OHA COVID-19 rules. This proposes to repeal OAR 855-007-0088. And no one signed up to provide comment on these rules today. Moving on to proposed rules related to short-acting opioid antagonist. This proposal is to amend OAR 855-019-0460, OAR 855-041-1035, OAR 855-041-1130, OAR 855-043-0540, OAR 855-043-0630, OAR 855-043-0735, OAR 855-044-0060, and OAR 855-139-0155 also proposes to repeal OAR 855-041-2340 and OAR 855-139-0720. Again, no one signed up to provide comment on these rules. So I will just keep going. We'll move to the next section. This is proposed rules related to USP 795 and USP 797, standards adopted by reference. Proposed rule is to adopt OAR 855-045-0205. Again, no one signed up to provide comment on these rules today. Moving on to proposed rules related to short-acting opioid antagonist for Division 115. Proposed rules to adopt OAR 855-115-0350. And no one signed up to provide comment on these particular rules, or this particular rule. All right. This is a very short hearing again today. Last, our proposed rules related to pharmacist applicability, definitions, counseling, certified organ pharmacy technician, and pharmacy technician prohibited practices. Proposed rules to adopt OAR 855-115-0001, OAR 855-115-0005, OAR 855-115-0145, and OAR 855-125-0150. And Victoria Kroger with Walgreens is going to provide oral testimony today. Victoria, go ahead.
Hi, thank you. My name is Victoria Kroger. As you said, I'm an Oregon licensed pharmacist residing in the state of Oregon and a manager for pharmacy affairs for Walgreens. Would like to thank the board for the opportunity to provide this oral testimony today on the proposed rules, specifically regarding the prohibited practices by technicians. Walgreens has also provided a letter detailing our appreciation for the board's previous conversations and our concerns with the current proposed rules. I'd like to emphasize the potential confusion that OAR 855-125-0150 Kern 1 may cause for licensees. As you know, the rule states that technicians are prohibited from practicing pharmacy except as permitted in OAR 855-125-0105 Kern 4, which states that techs must only assist in the practice of pharmacy under the direction, supervision, and control of a pharmacist. Walgreens agrees with this provision, but feels that the list of tasks proposed in this rule will create confusion for all licensees and is far too convoluted and complex for the licensees to interpret and remain compliant with the board's intent. The language seems to follow what is listed in statute OAR 689, which defines the practice of pharmacy, but makes some simple variations from this statute that limit the pharmacist's autonomy to supervise, direct, and control the technician activities. For example, the practice of pharmacy as defined in the statute includes the delegation of tasks to other healthcare providers who are appropriately trained and authorized to perform the delegated tasks. However, this proposed rule seems to prohibit technicians from assisting in the practice of pharmacy by delegating tasks, even when under the direction, control, and supervision of a pharmacist. Also, another example of where there's potential for confusion, OAR 689 includes, in the definition of the practice of pharmacy, the monitoring of therapeutic response or adverse effect to a drug therapy. However, in the proposed rule, techs are prohibited from monitoring a laboratory test. While the language is similar, it's a bit confusing. What does monitoring the laboratory test mean? Can they monitor the patient when the test is being administered? Can they monitor the laboratory equipment while it is being processed, while the test is processing? Or does the board mean to prohibit techs from monitoring the clinical outcome of this test? We ask for more clarity and simpler language within this rule. I would like to just finally emphasize that the list of tasks in this proposed rule does not explicitly match what is in statute and will create confusion if not addressed by the board. Thank you for your time and attention to this matter. Thank you.
Thanks, Victoria. All right. Thank you for attending our rulemaking hearing. Friendly reminder again that written comments need to be received by 4:30 p.m. today. Email written comments to pharmacy.rulemaking@bop.oregon.gov. It is now 9:40 a.m. and the hearing is now adjourned. Thanks, everyone.